Welcome back, guys. This is CWSMMC on Miscellaneous. I'm Bobby.
I'm Lois.
And we're going to kick this thing off on the fantasy part, and that's this week's theme is fantasy. And we would like to start out with Bigfoot versus a grizzly bear.
I'm going to go Bigfoot.
Why are you going to go with Bigfoot?
Well, if he's anything like a human, he's got opposable hands. He can choke you, he can pick you up, he can kick you, anything like that. A grizzly bear does not have. Grizzly bears just brute strength and claws and teeth. You know.
True.
Where are you going with this?
I mean, okay, well, a grizzly bear is big if it stands up on its hind legs.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to go with you on the Bigfoot part because there is more that he can do that the grizzly bear can.
I mean, even in a retreat form, he can run faster. I mean, supposedly, he can go climb up a tree, do a lot of things a grizzly bear can't.
Right. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, he's got a retreat, mechanism that's going that would work.
It's fucking good body slamming him.
I mean, if he is strong, another thing, if he is as strong as people say that he is, or the whole, theory on how strong Bigfoot really is.
So you probably pick up a grizzly bear and
just sling him against a tree and be done with it.
Yeah. But here's the thing: if they don't find bones, they don't find things. What's to say if the Bigfoot was real and there's so many of them? Who's to say this did not happen before? And the grizzly bear, you can see how big populated they are. They always come in groups, so that's his problem.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's probably Bigfoot probably lost.
Yeah, true that.
So it's a win-win anyway.
Okay, let's move on to our technology, or so-called alien technology. Do you really think that we have the ability to use our technology against them?
No.
And win?
No.
If we come down to it?
No.
So how much further advanced do you think they are in technology than what we are?
Okay. Alright, we've had how many geniuses? About 100.
Yeah.
You got Einstein, all this, Stephen Hawking and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. They have claimed, with the way their technology works or whatever, that you take all our geniuses, that's one alien. It's one. So we cannot compare.
Well, no, I don't really think that we win on that either. I mean, all right, let's just say that there's a full-blown war between us and them, and they come to us and they're attacking us. Just like in the movies, what everybody talks about, they have fucking shields that's outrageously fucking almost impossible to get by. So therefore, we're going to lose our asses off.
Well, it's this too, when you think about it, that's been outstretched and the whole conspiracy itself. Apparently, now they're saying the aliens are supposedly our ancestors, and all this technology was passed down. So technically, our technology, if that was true, our technology is still their technology. We just don't have all of it. We just have a half.
Okay. For a reference, in a movie, you had ID4, Independence Day, and there was the part in the movie, and I know it's a movie, so anything's possible in a movie.
Yeah.
There was a part where he uploaded the virus into their system. Do you think that we can actually do that without them catching on?
No.
Or bypassing it to stop us?
No, because if an ordinary guy, anybody who has a C cleaner and stuff like that on a computer can stop a virus. If they're that advanced, you know what I mean, then it can be easily done. Easily.
Okay, do you think a man can actually, you take somebody that's been in the Air Force 30, 40 years, and been flying his whole entire life.
Okay.
Do you think it's actually possible that man could get into one of their crafts and fly?
Oh yeah.
Like they did in ID4.
I think that's possible. I mean, anybody anybody can drive a car. Not everybody can drive like a race car and stuff. If you're trained to do it. So, it's one of those things.
Okay. Because, I mean, I was sitting there thinking that would probably depend on how well the guy flies, how much experience that he's got, things like that. And if they are that advanced in technology than what we are, then let me quote that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
That I would think that it would be almost impossible for one of us to know how to fly their crafts if they're that advanced. So that's what we are different at.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, I'm a believer on a lot of this crap. But until I actually see it for my own self, with my own eyes, my own ears, or get abducted, that's when I'm going to be at a 100% positive believer on it.
Well, I mean, you know, there's a lot of things like the Roswell and stuff like that.
Oh, I love the Roswell.
The guys that was there, they took polygraph tests and everything. And if their story hasn't changed in how many years?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's plausibles.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And just keep in mind, though, I mean, even though they've actually passed it and was pretty much determined to tell them the truth, there's actually ways to beat the polygraph. Do you think it's possible that they were actually beaten the polygraph?
Not for so many years, and their stories stay the same.
Okay. Because, okay, and you said Roswell, well, the movie Fire in the Sky, that guy was actually just given a polygraph, and come to find out that he actually was telling the truth on that.
Yeah.
Of his abduction and all of that, and the experiments went, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So, okay, moving on.
Okay.
How about this? How about our government today?
Okay.
Communism? Communism?
Okay.
And the monarchy. What would you prefer?
I'd rather live in monarchy.
Do you think the monarchy would actually be better than the government today?
Oh, yeah.
Or as opposed to the communism, which, you know, they've actually referenced to all of this, that that's what Obama's going to be pretty much, is we're actually going to go to communism. And I don't think that that's actually going to be the best for us to do that right now.
No.
At any given time. I don't think that it would be best for us.
There's strong points and there's weak points.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, well, communism, you look at what Hitler did.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, the best time for our government was two ways. When JFK was in the office and when Bill Clinton was in the office. That was the strongest government system we had in the U.S.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you look at monarchy. Monarchy is the longest living branch of anything. And if it's still holding strong, I mean, you look at England. Do you ever hear them about having wars or anything like that? Or worried about getting old or gas prices?
No. Well, I guess you've got a point on that. No, you don't actually hear a lot of that's going on over there.
Yeah.
You know, so if I had my choice of living in one of the three ages, I would actually leave this age that we're living in now and actually join you over in the monarchy, because of the fact of it is that if you've got a king, people, and this king tells you what to do, is it really, I think it's actually going to be better to do what he says as opposed to what our government is actually going to tell us what to do.
Because, alright, what are we benefiting right now?
We're not.
Okay. And this is the thing about a king. It's just one lone guy with, you know, courtsmen and all that. You know, like if you want to talk medieval wise.
Yeah.
When he said he was going to do something, good or bad, he done it.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, there's not much to stretch out there. You know, I mean, like, alright, say, if he says gas is going to drop from like $4 to like 2 cents, it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Which I'd love to see that come back in.
I know.
But, you know,
I remember when gas was...
yeah. But anyway, we're going to end this segment. I think it's enough to cover the miscellaneous part for the day. And, you know, just keep in mind that we still want your input on things, output on things, whatever you want to call it. Email us, do what you got to do. And, yeah, we have one more segment coming up, and it's actually going to be our first of doing it, and it's actually going to be what we're going to call a special guest, which I would want to say something else, but we're going to keep it pretty clean. We're going to have a phone interview with an independent wrestling manager who's been managing here in Georgetown, Kentucky, Winchester, Kentucky. He's actually been to Orangeburg, Kentucky, in New York. I mean, he's been at a few places.
And another segment we're going to do, we're kind of doing a thank you kind of thing for our homepage, for people that have been viewing and stuff. And then again, too, it's going to be kind of longish, kind of short thing. I think it'd be great, too, if we kind of air our grievances in this video as well, just as opposed to saying thank you, because there's a lot of things I'd like to say, and I'm sure you would too.
Yeah, and just a quick reminder, if you are one of the few that's actually watched this and listened in, if we don't get any kind of more views than what we've already got, or no likes on Facebook, and no followers on Twitter and things like that, we're actually going to call it quits.
But we'll tell you more in the next video.
Yeah. So that will be the next segment coming up before we actually kick it into the special guest. And like I said, he's an independent manager. If you like him, well, I'll kiss your ass.
Yeah. And if we get more views from this video, I'm going to be extremely pissed if we get more views from him than any other video we've ever done.
Oh, I'll hang it up. I'll hang it up.
Alright, next video, stay tuned. And this is not going to be PG at all.
No, so, yeah. Enjoy it. But if you like us, you like us. If you hate us, oh well.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, because
we're going to air our grievances.
Yeah, so stay tuned.